How's everyone? I'm getting in some work as we talk. Hey, Pig and Run, how are you? Just give me a second. We'll be set. Anyone here for our guests this afternoon? If so, what do you think? I've enjoyed all my guests. I haven't had a guest yet. Hey, Francis, how are you? That I have enjoyed. Hey, Joshua. This is the amazing, energetic Joshua. Lucy, how you doing? Francis says, "Hey, Yogi." Kat says, "So, my love." He's talking about me. Hey, Kat. Kat says, "So, everyone." Um, So I'm in the process of reaching out to get it composed the perfect, "Hey, will you come on up and talk in my live stream" letter. Kat says, "Loved her." I'm glad that you did. Francis says, "Greetings, greetings, my friend." Hey, Mustafa. Mustafa sent me a note saying he thought that she was one of the top, if not the top guest that we've had. I want to send her a note, let her know that she's getting awesome. I'm getting awesome feedback of her. Do that now. You ever heard? You've heard me talk about Joe Vitale. Joe Vitale is the author of Zero Limits. Man, I've been trying to get him to come up and come up and come up. Um, he's one I learned Ho'oponopono from. It says the universe loves speed. When you get inspired, act upon it right away. Doesn't have to be the full plan, the full fruition, right? But do what you can right now. Show the universe that you're in tune with the intent, that you received the message, that you've listened to the Holy Spirit. Hey, Jack. Jack says, "What's up, my friends?" Not much, Jack. I'm amazed at how fast you're moving after having that time off. One second, guys. So, what do you guys do today? Hey, Lady Sky. I wanted to tell you about two people I'm reaching out to. I'm reaching out to a father and daughter. I want them to come up separately to talk about two separate things. Eric, will you host Aaron once again? I will. I will. She said she would come up, and absolutely would love to have her come up. Did I miss Tiger King? Hey, Tiger King, how are you? Jonathan, how are you? Namaste. Things are falling apart for me. What's going on, Jonathan? Let's talk about it, my friend. Sometimes I don't know what's going on. Sometimes the best thing that can happen is to have things fall apart. Um, it shows that we are clinging to something in a form, in a way that might not be most suitable for us any longer. Um, one thing to remember is this is the first two noble truths of Buddhism. Life is change. Life is change, and we suffer trying to keep things in a particular way. He says, "Musafa Ismi Swas in a beautiful warm embrace. How are you, kind sir? Kind gentle sir." Hey, Lee. Joshua, how are you? Why I'm not seeing people's comments? I don't know. I need mods. Please be quiet. Good luck with that, man. I've been trying to get them quiet for 2 years now. This bunch, this unruly bunch, they're not even quiet for a second, man. Everyone says it's okay. Lady Sky says, "How are you, Yogi?" I'm doing good, Lady Sky. Tomorrow, I just looked at weather. Tomorrow's going to get above freezing. Not by much, but enough. 34 degrees. Hey, Laura. Laura, how are you? Everyone says it's okay, gang. 2 ears, one mouth, guys. Hey, Carl. Good night, everyone. Just passing through. I appreciate you passing through and stopping by to say hi, Carl. Megan King says, just kidding, goddess of the group. Well, there's quite a few goddesses here. Laura says, "Hey, Lucy, how are you?" Kat says, "Edward, I think you're hilarious." Yeah, you made me smile too. Edward says, "Thank you, that's my goal." Well, good job. Lucy says, "I'm doing great. Awesome. How are you, Kenna?" Lady Sky says, "Groundhog Day is tomorrow, Yogi. Will she see his shadow? Will be an early spring." So if he sees his shadow, it's going to be a longer winter, right? I think he's going to see his shadow, unfortunately. I hate to sound pessimistic. I'm generally not a pessimist. What do you think? He says, "Edward, I apologize. I didn't think of it from your perspective. I was called a window licker earlier. I was unsure of the vernacular. What is a window licker? Is that a bad thing? I guess it depends on what's the window, right? If you were on a public bus, I would not lick the window. I would not hesitate to go over and lick my window over there. I'm not going to, but I mean, it's a perfectly clean window. I think probably." Tiger King says, "How you day been, cat?" Mustafa says, "Sometimes when I'm about to lie down and go to sleep, I feel something beside me. I think it's my daughter's spirit with me in the house because I feel this and see my bird restless." Um, is there any reason why that couldn't be possible, Mustafa? I see no reason why it could not be. Why not? Does spirit ever go anywhere? Always present? This guy says, "Yeah, 6 more weeks if you get his shadow, Yogi." Ugh, I agree with the ugh. Guy says that poor groundhog will not even be able to push the snow out of the doorway to come out and see his shadow. Yep, there you go. That's the answer right there. Groundhog's not even going to try. The groundhog's going to be like, "What? Seriously? You want me to get out in this? For the amount of money that you peoples are paying me?" Goucher says, "Mustafa, I understand. I'm the same way with my sun spirit." First to you both. Sniper says, "Greetings, beautiful souls. Hope you all had a pleasant weekend." We did, Sniper. Thanks for the great questions today. Sniper says, "Gonna need more likes." Yep, I got to hit it a couple times myself, at least one time. I did see the movie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It has a Buddhist theme, actually. It has a Buddhist yogic theme, which, no surprise, Harold Ramis was not a practicing Buddhist, but he was Buddhist curious, Buddhist light. Tiger King says, "Winter liquor is a highly offensive and derogatory slang term used as an insult. It is primarily used to suggest that a person has a intellectually disability or a lack of intelligence." Gotcha. That phrase evokes the stereotype of an individual who might be staring blankly out a window. You just described me. And licking the glass, behavior often wrongly associated. Gotcha. Thanks, Tiger King. Mustafa says, sorry, Joshua, for that. And Sub says, I like the movie, Whatever It Takes with Judy Lynn O'Keefe. I don't know that movie. So, one of my all time favorite books, The Flowering Wand, Rewilding the Sacred Masculine, Lunar Kings, Transspecies Magicians, and Rhizomatic Harpist. Absolutely love this book. Sophie Strand. I've read a few books by her father. Father was an editor of a magazine I used to read, but I can't remember the name of the magazine. It was sort of mysticism magazine. He wrote a book called Exploring the Dark, about embracing darkness, not as in shadows, not as in our dark side, but literally outside. We're suffering a darkness deficit. It used to be you would look up in the sky and you would see millions of stars. You would be overwhelmed by the amount of stars. Go outside on a clear night and you can count the amount of, unless you're living way out in the boondocks, down in the hollers, following the creek, you the world is filled with artificial light. We're in a darkness deficit. We're in a starlight deficit. Anyway, Clark Strand, that's her father. He also wrote a wonderful book up on the divine feminine and exploring it through the using the rosary. Mother Mary being the manifestation of the sacred feminine, the Blessed Mother, which is found in all traditions, been all but wiped out in most branches of Christianity except for Catholicism. Anyway, I want to invite him up to talk about doing rosaries. And I want to invite Sophie up. And I have connections. Kat is not going to be at all surprised to know that I have connections. And I'm going to see if Sophie wants to come up. She hasn't been feeling well, but maybe she will come up and she'll talk about lunar kings and transspecies magicians and rhizomatic harpist. This is going to be, if she can come up, this is going to be a gift for Adam. All right. We're tending our own garden, Tiger King. You and me, we're tending our own garden. Mustafa says, good night, everyone. And Seb, I always I love you forever. Who called you a window licker, Lee? This guy says, like how he keeps repeating the same day over and over again in the movie Yogi. It's funny. It is funny. You know what I love? After a while, he started using that same day to be a better person. He could have really fell into a nihilistic pattern, right? Same thing's going to happen. What does it matter? What does it happen if, who was it? The boy fell out of the tree and he caught him. What does it matter if the girl that he loves, if she leaves? What does it matter? It's all going to keep happening, right? But instead, every day, no matter what, no matter how long it took, he started doing things to make other people's lives better. And conversely, what a beautiful message. Conversely, his life began getting better. It didn't get better when he tried to avoid people. It didn't get better when he tried to, when he got angry because it was the same day. It got better when he started doing things for other people. There's a lesson in there for all of us. I'm banking on it. I'm banking on it in my life. I'm banking on it with my YouTube channel. Bing Ned, it's me, Ned Bing. See, I was thinking about him. He ended up buying. How much insurance did he end up buying from him? Stepper says, "Zizi, would you like an esoteric breakdown from the lodge for the lodge?" He says, "Tiger King. One day I come home and drinking Railway Fixation Samuel Smith Brewery. We have Samuel Smith here." This guy says, "Right, Yogi?" Tiger King says, "Only ask in a nice way, Eric. That's all." I understand, and I'm not saying you weren't nice, but I'm just for your own peace of mind, Tiger King. Um, it's you know, let people do what people do. If we let go of the need for answers, why didn't you say this? So why did you say this? So why are you doing this? It only serves to drive us crazy because we're never gonna like, or seldom ever gonna like the answer that we get. Lucy says, "I'm still confused on what that means, esoteric lounge." Um, Esoteric is the deep mystery, the mystery of mysteries, the exploring the mysteries. It's the fringe of this world and what might be considered the next or the next or the next. And uh, once a week, we open the doors to all things esoteric, invite you in. Tiger King says, "No problem, Eric. Mate, I'm looking after you, Tiger King. Believe it or not, um, I never want you to think that I'm coming down hard on you. I just want what's best for you. I want you to be comfortable and enjoy your time here." Mustafa says, "Let's fight the dark side of this world with forgiveness and love." Amen to that, Mustafa. Sepa says, "Lucy, it's just the name of my weekly slot. Esoteric requires uncovering." Lisa says, "I know that question was directed at Lady Sky." Lisa says, "I think Eric just broke down what esoteric lodge means." Yep, to the best that I could. He says, "I went Wellacre and hung around Burton Traveler family." Tiger King says, "Toy Pop shock yesterday. Good shock, Eric." It was a good shock. I was surprised. I was surprised that um, she decided to do a face reveal here. She could have gotten huge views on her channel had she made an announcement. She said she had a surprise for me. I never guessed that that was going to be it. Sniper says, "Just found out that I'm a minute and 30 seconds behind the live stream. Time traveling back now." You were in the future, Sniper. Back to live time now. Hey, Evan. Evan says, "I meant Celsius yesterday, not Fahrenheit." Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. So, what was the temperature Fahrenheit? Do you know? Lisa says, "We love our sister friend Toy Pups." We sure do. He said, "Tiger King says, sorry. Evans, uh, how's it going? Is that how's it going?" Hey, Joe. I am in the past in the 1800s. Wow. How are things back then? How are things back in the olden days? How are things in the way back days? Hey, Green Thumb. From Futurama. Good show. Good animation. He says, "Hey Joe, say hello to Queen Victoria, Robert Baden Powell, and Winston for me, please." Ted King says, "Soap Sniker, okay in 2026, Eric? I hope so too. We got some unicorn vibes." So Lee, if you were to travel back 100 years or so, I guess more now, right? Is that who you'd like to Is that who you'd like to say hi to? Sepper says, "If only you knew, Tiger King," and Evan says -4. Yeah, that's still damn cold, man. So no guest that I know of yet, at least until Wednesday. I believe Miss Flipper will be up on tomorrow. I hope. Morse code. Yep. I actually read it as uh, Morse code. Although James Twyman, who was supposed to be a guest way back in November, but was unable to make it, and we haven't been able to reschedule, he wrote a book called the two books. One was called the Moses Code, and one was called the Kabbalah Code. The Moses Code is a book on manifesting using the powerful phrase "I am." He has a meditation. He did a meditation with Wayne Dyer. For those who, speaking of the Wayback Machine, for those who have been um, doing this stuff for a while, you're going to be familiar with Wayne Dyer. I am precedes everything ever manifested. So from a Vedic yogic perspective, you have Brahma, the absolute, perfect stillness until something moves. The only thing that moves in Brahma is I am. I am is the birth of consciousness. And from I am, which is who we are, this world comes into existence. That's the power of creativity. When we use the word I am in this structure, when we use the word I am, we are literally manifesting. Think about all the things that you say. This is where Sniper would say, be careful of everything that you say. Because if you're invoking, when you say I am, you are invoking something. I am tired, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, I am this, I'm that. First message sent was 3 dots and an S. Tiger King says, Seb, you said you got a poem for me. Then you was going to read on Eric's live for me. You're still going to do that, mate? Lee says, yes, Tiger King, I promise. I get nervous. Hey, you know what, Lee? You could always make a video. You don't even have to post it. You could always make a video and send it to me, and I will. You don't even have to make a video. You can make an audio recording and send it to me, and I'll play that just to make it easier for you. Hey, Stickbug, how are you? Jackie King says, Stink Bug Deity, how are you? Lucy says, hi to Stink Bug. Give me a second, guys. So I need to reach out to James Twyman again and see if I can get him to come up. Since way back then, like I said, I think it was November. I've met several good friends of his, including one of his best friends, uh, Vicky Poppy. I don't want to put any. I don't want to say, "Hey, Vicky, can you help me?" She would, but I don't want to do that. But I will reach out. It's also, as Kat reminded me, it's time to reach out to Gary Renard. Gary Renard is the author of Disappearance of the Universe, one of the biggest books, along with Marianne Williamson, who I'd love to get up. Lee says he needs a haircut. So think about that, Lee. You can just send an audio if you want. Cypher says, never talk ill of oneself. Agreed. I think a lot of us fall into that habit. You know, we pick it up early in life and we carry it with us, sadly. Sigwick says, still alive. Grandparents went to church today. I'm getting back up and moving around a bit. I'm glad you're moving around a bit. Is it still cold down there? Cypher says, greetings, stink bug. Lucy gives us some unicorn vibes. Thanks, Lucy. Can I give a joke or song, please? I don't know. I don't really tell jokes, Tiger King. I joke, but I don't tell jokes, right? I don't do knock knock or a man walked into a bar. If I did, it would go a man walked into a bar and said, ouch. You get it? Lee says, I got a joke, Tiger King. What's the joke, Lee? Sinkwick says, yeah, it's been in the 20s. Hey, Cora. Cora, how are you? Michael's here. Michael drops a new short. Hey, Dougie. Dougie, didn't you used to be a moderator? What happened with that? The Unearthly Domain by Michael Burkeen. I got you up and playing, Michael. I'll check it out right after the live stream. Don't do joke again. Last joke, 1 out of 10. That was a pretty good joke, man. You asked for a joke. I give you a joke, and you give me a 1 out of 10. Cora says, I'm doing well. Thanks so much for asking. I'm glad you're doing well, Cora. What's new in the bird world? What's new in the bird world? Joshua says, I eat now, guys. Dinner time. What's for dinner, Joshua? Dougie says, never been modded here. Huh. I thought for sure you were. I see no reason why you shouldn't. So, Doug, you don't think you need to do anything to be a mod? You know what I mean? It's not about uh like moderating the chat. It's just a way to reach out to people. Core says, "How you doing?" I'm doing good. Core, thank you. Michael says, "Hey, the Yogi, guess what? Finally reached 700 subs. Awesome. Hey, and so early in the year too. Hey, Tiger King, I heard a woodpecker in the woods today, but I couldn't find it. It was a little far off, and the snow is too deep and it's too crusty. I keep falling through. Um, and then I saw one on my deck, but I could not get a shot of it. But that means they're on their way back, and I'll keep a lookout for them. Yogi says, "No worries to me, Yogi, and thanks. You're welcome. I just want people to be able to reach out to you, and you'd be able to reach out to them if you want." Yogi says, "Same at my place, and not everyone, so they can connect." Yeah, it's been a good policy for me. Sometimes people come in and say, "Wow, you got too many mods." I'm not trying to keep the chat, you know, moderated, safe. It's just people can connect. Michael says, "At least y'all got more snow than we did. We mainly got ice." Yeah, I'd much rather have snow than ice. That's why you lost power, right? Hey, Marlon. Marlon said hi. Of course, says nothing much. I saw a Cooper's hawk yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't get any photos or videos. At the pond over from my pond, it's about a 3, maybe 4 mile walk. There is the what are they called? Core, what are they called? The hooded ducks massacre. You don't remember the name of it. The hooded ducks. Tiger King says, "Don't know my age." Did I miss Adam coming in? Michael says, "Yep," in that freezing rain. Take care, Core. Thanks for coming in. Mercinger duck, I believe is what it's called. Yes, yes, you got it. There's like a whole flock of them at the next pond over. I really was thinking about walking over. Um, Usually we get them at my pond, but a little later in the month. We get them in late February, early March. My favorite time of the year is coming up, the spring migration. Of course, says that's cool. You should capture some footage. Yep. I wish I had a car. I'd drive over. I don't mind walking that distance, but I could do it in the morning sometime. I mean, I'd have to end my live stream earlier though. Do I know what tree swallows are? You know what? They sound familiar, but I would not be able to identify one. Snipper says, "Hey Dougie, how's Strix?" Sorry, guys. Are you getting tree swallows at your house, Core? Well, my neighbor has houses for them in her yard, and she doesn't take care of the houses. They're full of bees. Wow. Huh. I'm sort of glad they have bees in them because bees can be a rare commodity these days. He says bees in the chat and birdhouses. Tiger King says, "Why don't said Derek let it play now?" Derek, play what now? Oh, the bees and the birds. Oh, wasp. Oh, got you. Yeah, I would imagine the wasp could be overwhelming to the birds. I hope she cleans them up. I don't like the thought of either the bees or the birds getting hurt. I heard that before. Sniper, play it again. Sam was never said. Yeah, wasps are mean. You know what else is mean? Ground hornets. My very first 50K. Um, I would believe it was 9 times in the first mile. I was stung by ground hornets 9 times, and that's not even the most I was ever stung. Nope, Tiger King. I haven't taken it yet. I'm going to wait about 6 more minutes, and I'll take it. Of course, as I have houses for them. I hope they come over to your house then. Thanks for the unicorn vibes. Dougie says, I believe the line was "Play it, Sam." That's what I thought too. I always thought it was "Play it again," and then I heard that was not the right line. And then I remember reading somewhere that he said "Play it, Sam." Of course, says they end up fighting against the invasive house sparrow. People do not like the house sparrows, do they? Thing is, because they kick other birds out of their nests, and they will take over. What do they do with that? I forget the description. With the eggs, they're sort of like scavengers. They will lay their eggs. They'll kill someone else's eggs and then lay their eggs and have some other bird take care of their eggs. Pretty clever, actually. Here's a bit about them. 1 second. Cat says they kill bluebird eggs. Gotcha. That's not good. Love bluebirds. Tiger King says, Eric, will you do me a favor and watch Home Alone? Tell me what you think. Next Christmas. Because one of the best films out there, and I think you miss it. You know what? Now, I'm sorry for Catherine O'Hara, who was in it, because she truly is the best thing in any movie she's in. Same could be said for Eugene Levy. The same could have been said for John Candy. Same can be said for Bill Murray. It says just like of the world. Oh, and if we are the champions, never happened. Thank you, Core. Hey, Duncan.
The house sparrow is an invasive species.
Oops. I wanted to have that up. I have it up so I can watch it right after the live stream. Hey, you ever see grackles out in your way, Cora? Peggy King says that yes or no. It's probably a no. It's probably a no. I've gone this long without seeing Home Alone, or Home Alone 2, or Still at Home, or Coming Back Home, or any of those sequels. Hey, Leo. Leo says, Leo, thank you for coming in and re-upping your membership. I did see you come in. Wishing you a great rest of your day, brother. Take it easy. You too, Leo. Thank you, my friend. Duncan says, should we put up a date? Where'd that go? For this week? If you have a spot in your schedule, I do have a spot in my schedule. What's a good day for you? Guys, we're going to do Ask Duncan Walsh any fitness question. Workout wise, fitness wise, performance wise, diet wise. Of course, there's another jerk of the bird world is the European starling. I've heard European starlings. Of course, as a while ago I did. We get them a couple times a year. We get white egrets here migrating a couple times a year. We get those ducks, the Bressinger ducks, once a year. And we get, man, I forget what they're called. What's the water bird? It's not waterproof. It has to put its wings out in order to dry. I talk about just one Sue about these birds all the time. We see them. I see them for a short period of time, usually between March and June. Usually only one. Except it says 3 and 4 and 5, Eric. Thank you, Cor. I like grackles. A lot of people don't like them. I think they're a pretty bird. Oh, awesome. Four months ago. Corey, you have an awesome channel. Duncan says, any day really? Would you then come up on my channel to discuss some fitness stuff? Started a podcast. I remember you saying you were, and you can be my first guest. Well, that is a huge honor, and I can't say no to that. Cormorant, yes, thank you. That was it. Cypress says Cormorant, yep, and Cora said Cormorant. Hey, Mohammed, my friend, how are you? When does Lady Sky come up? Does TV Live with you, mate? Not Lady Sky. Chris. You don't know yet. No, but it's about time. Thank you, Tiger King. It's about time to take it. Hey, Todd. My day was good. That sounds like a good day's worth of work, Todd. So, what's a good time for you, Duncan? Which time slot? 1 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern U.S. time, or 5:25? This time slot or the one earlier? Of course, as I will let you go, Yogi. Have a wonderful night. Bye, Cora. Cora, thanks for coming in. But let me say once again, Cora, to me, Cora has the best birding channel out there. It's not exclusively birding, but what, 97%? And she just does a beautiful job. You can tell that she loves the filming. She loves what she does. I hope everyone reaches out and connects. Cat says hey to Muhammad. Mom says hi, Cat and Jack. Take my supplement. That did not go down well. Should probably stand when I take it. Yeah, I'm an East Coaster. So 1 p.m. my time, which I think is 6 p.m. your time. What day is Tuesday? Tuesday is the 3rd. How's Tuesday work for you, Duncan? Separate says like clockwork. Yep. Oh, I guess I slurped. No one hears me. No one needs to hear me slurp on live YouTube. Yep, I will send you a link on let's see, the best way to do it. I guess I could send it to you on Google email. Or hey Duncan, um I'll post it on my community page as well. Tuesday is good. Awesome. Guys, bring your fitness questions. Tiger King says, hi, Kat. Andromeda in June. You going to be up on the stage, Tiger King? Zephyr says, in the now. Email works for me. Gotcha. Hey, Sly. Jesus Christ sacrificed himself on the cross for your sins, not my sins. And if you have faith in him, you will receive everlasting life. Without him, you will perish. Well, I appreciate the information, my friend. Duncan says, when you live stream, does YouTube just record and then post it once edited? Yes. Yep. Hey, do you have you picked out a platform yet for your podcast? I have thought about switching over to a podcast. Zipper says nothing about a rising shade. Yeah, talked about that quite a bit. Things have shifted to the focus on the crucifixion and not the resurrection. And that the entire message of the crucifixion is the only reason crucifixion has any meaning whatsoever is because of the resurrection. Jesus didn't die for my sins. Jesus rose to free me from the concept of sin. Duncan says he has not yet researched how to do it. I think you'd have a big podcast, Duncan. Hey, Adam. Adam says you can't get around Jesus, man, but he died to show you that you need to die to your sins. Tiger King says, Fish, you got a joke, mate? Duncan says, podcasts seem to be edited, though, different from live streams. Yeah, mostly they are. I don't really do much editing. Of course, they don't have to be edited. And you know what? If I had the stuff, maybe I would get into it. I think if I podcasted, I would not be podcasting obviously 3 times a day. I do like what I'm doing. I do like the direction that my channel has taken. You know what? I would not have taken it this direction had it not been for what felt like misfortunes. I was thinking about that throughout the day today. It's pretty amazing. So, how come when we experience a misfortune now, we don't automatically go to, I wonder what wonderful thing is going to happen? But we can, and I think we can remind ourselves. This is the great lesson 25. Don't know what anything is for. Don't know why this is happening. I don't know what this is for. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. Todd says, glad you're on, man. Adam says, probably got a PG joke, Tiger King. Tiger King says, Future Mad, who is Andrea, don't know that name, sorry. Don't know what that means, Tiger King. All right, I got a joke. A grasshopper hops into a bar, hops up on his stool, looks at the bartender and said, "Hey, can I get a beer?" Bartender looked at him and said, "Hey, we have a drink named after you." And the grasshopper said, "You have a drink named Steve?" You get it? Steve? Muhammad says, "Okay, there's a different Tiger King, I think. No biggie. There can be only one Tiger King." Lee says, "Tiger King, where does Kali Minogue? Did I get that right? Get her kebabs from?" I don't know what he means, Tiger King. I have no idea what anyone means. Michael's laughing. Now that's a dad joke. That is a dad joke. I sat around a bar one night with a friend. He was a bartender, and it pays to be friends with bartenders and bar owners because after 2 o'clock they lock the doors. Guess what? I get to drink for free because I'm friends with the bartender. So we'd hang out while he's cleaning up. And we sat around drinking, and we kept coming up with as many a man walked in the bar jokes that we could think of. Adam says, "What a fun place. I love you people." So a bear walked into a bar and ordered a beer. Bartender gave him the beer. Bartender, sort of curious, why is a bear here? Right? As any bartender would. And he said, "Why are you here?" And the bear said, "Well, I'm here. I'm going to drink a beer and I'm going to eat someone." And the bear looked around the room, saw a lady not sitting too far away. He went over and ate her completely. Looked at the bartender and said, "Man, I'm getting really sleepy now." And the bartender said, "I'm not surprised. That was a barbiturate. A barbiturate." Didn't say they were good jokes. I just said they were jokes. Tiger King says 8 out of 10 for that joke here. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. That was my last joke. I told that joke, Michael. That was the first joke I got. And Tiger King gave me first joke I told. Tiger King gave me 1 out of 10. Can you believe that? Classic joke. Thank you, Michael. Two fish in a tank. One says, "How the hell do you drive this thing?" I like that one. Adam says, "That's good, Cypher. I haven't heard that one." Duncan says, "I have a joke, but it is, I would say, 15 rated. Interested? It's pretty clean." All right, let's go for it. Muhammad says, "Before God created everything, he said, I like to think that was the start of creation itself." Was the word that was used in Genesis. It says, luckily, the average is 44. Duncan says, "I will type it out first, then post it." This guy says hi to Adam and hi to Duncan. Tiger King says, "Adam, Muhammad, what are you talking about, please?" He's talking about the great mantra Om. Joshua says a woman walked into a bar. What happened? What happened? Adam says, "Hey, Sky, I'm sorry about my crappy voice typing." My phone is a misogynist. Lady Sky says, "It's okay, Adam." "13 days." Yep, actually, I guess less. We're winding down today, right? Nothing. Joshua says nothing. She just walked into the bar, and everyone expects the man to walk in there. Ah, ah, that's a thinker. Muhammad says I was repeating a corny joke. Oh, wait a minute. All right, I get it. That's a good joke. It took me a minute. I like that one, Muhammad. Michael says we'll be live tomorrow night, Yogi. Awesome. You gonna be on with a guest? Lady Sky says hi to Michael. Says hi back. Guys, congratulations, Michael. He has reached 700 subs. Tiger King says, I haven't spoken to my wife in 4 years. I thought it would be rude to interrupt her. I just stop a bull from charging, cancel his credit card. I like that one. Muhammad says, okay, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. And this guy says, Tiger King, I think you've heard the other W word. What's the other W word? Mocha says, yep, I have on my friend Steve Janier and Alex Rondini, Nocturnal Frequency Radio. Awesome. Feel free to drop the link, Michael. Stepper says, a man in a giraffe walks into a bar, orders a double each, and both drink it in one. Giraffe falls over. Barman says, you can't leave that lying there. The man says, it's not a lion, it's a giraffe. That made me laugh. Adam says, that's not a subs. This guy says, you haven't heard about the other W word, Yogi? I have not. Michael says, Yogi, I would tell a joke about punchline, about boxing, but I forgot the punchline. That's a good one. Tiger King says, what do you mean, Lady Sky, please? I don't know. We'll find out, Tiger King. Adam says, how do you know if your dog loves you more than your wife? Lock them both in the truck and see which one's glad to see you. I'm gonna have to take your word for that. This guy says wanker. It's a bad word, I think, or slang. Not sure though. I don't think it's a bad word, is it? Michael says he farted in an elevator one time. It was wrong on so many levels. I'm not sure if that's a joke or not, though, Michael. Oh, that's the other W word. Gotcha. Tiger King says sniper, 9 out of 10. Yeah, that was pretty good. Michael says he will never tell. We know, Michael. If you're ever on an elevator with Michael and he says, pull my finger, don't do it, guys. This guy says, I'm not sure if it is Yogi, but you can UK use it, that word a lot in the UK. Gotcha. Stepper says, corpses to tell Michael. This guy says, Squirrel Stepper must have known he was laughing about it, Yogi. Yeah, I imagine Squirrel Stepper, and if Lee was still here, and probably Tiger King. I have heard the word used before. Hey, Mir, how are you? So, guys, if you heard, our friend Duncan Walsh is going to be the guest on Tuesday, 1 o'clock. And bring your fitness questions, your diet questions, your athletic performance questions. Duncan is the man to ask. I think it's a slang word. I've heard it in UK streams that I go to, Yogi. Yep, I've heard British people say it too. Why can't people hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom, Yogi? Because the P is silent. That's a good one. Adam says he voted. Who'd you vote for? Oh, that was a political joke. Got it. I can't think of any other jokes. Posh word, Lady Sky is tosser. So tosser and wanker means the same thing. Tiger Kings, what did one traffic light say to the other? Look away, I'm changing. It's a good one. Adam says, so Lucy and anyone I missed, I'm not wearing my glasses. It's all a blur. The US UK translation 2026 has officially begun. Tiger King says, Tiger King's getting a little blue here, Tiger King. Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie doll? Ken came in another box. That's a groaner, man. Tiger King says fruity tiger. So, all right, guys, we made an hour. We're going to close things up in just a little bit, maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes. And try to get an early night. Kat says that was too much. One step over the line. Got to keep it semi-clean for our young friends. Lady Sky says, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Perfect song for Yogi to sing after Super Bowl game is over with. Except, as we all know, I will not be the one singing. Nope, I don't think it was because it came from you, Tiger King. This guy says, go Patriots. For some reason, I don't know why. She keeps spelling Patriots wrong. Why are ghosts bad at telling lies? Because they can See right through them? Gotcha. Hey, Anthony. Anthony says, hey, are you Yogi? Last stream was great. I hope you get a chance to have Aaron on again. Thank you. You're welcome, Anthony. Thank you. Thank you for being there and here again tonight. And yes, Aaron said she would come up again. He says, Tony, I missed you so bad. Stickbug says, I'm probably disappearing with I was probably disappointing. Nope, you weren't at all. You were really low. I think you were lower the first time, but you were still pretty low. Hey, Lady Sky, I'm sorry that I missed you last night. She said a fried chicken was delicious last night. Good. I apologize. Stepper says it's never the messenger, but the message. Agreed. Do I eat stir fry? I have stir fried things, vegetables, vegan dishes before. Thank you, Michael. Michael drops the link for his live stream tomorrow, guys. So I hope you can check him out. Adam says, "You bunch of comedians, have a great night. May the peace of God follow you around like whatever would follow you around." That would be my cat. So, Anthony, I'm really glad that you enjoyed our guest. It seems that most people did. I think everyone did, which is awesome. Good night, Adam. Looks like it's going to be a fun one. Steve and Alex are a hoot. God with warm slippers, says Sniper. To Adam. Thank you, Mohammed. Lucy says good night to Adam. I'm ready, Duncan. You're going to be the closing number for us. Zippy says 777. Love that number. Michael says take care to Adam. Seb says we'd love to hear a joke from Anthony Davis. All right, here it is. A man and woman are in bed, getting up to no good. Suddenly, the woman jumps up and says, "What's that noise?" Oh no, it's my husband. Quick, she says. Quick, she says to the bed, "Get out, hide." The woman says, "Quick, under the bed." The man desperately looks under the bed, but there's no room. It says, "Okay, get in the cupboard." She says, "Okay, get in the cupboard." So she opens up the cupboard door, pushes the man in there, jumps back into bed, pulls up the sheet, and her husband walks into the room. "Where is he?" says the husband. "I know you have a man in here." "Where is he?" "I don't know what you mean," she says. "Don't know what you mean, dear." Where did that go? Says the woman timidly. "I'm just having my afternoon nap." And Duncan says, "Garbage," says the husband. "You've got a man in here." The husband looks around under the bed. No one's there. He then looks in the cupboard. There is a man stood there naked. And in the cupboard looks around and then claps his hands together and high in the air. He looks around again and slaps the hands together again as if he's swatting flies. Hey, Cruisin'. Jeremy and Shirley here, guys. Cruising is fun anytime. All right, here we go. The husband says, "What are you doing?" The man says, "Oh, I'm from the council, moth exterminator." The husband says, "Moth exterminator? You've got no clothes on." The man looks at himself up and down, then looks at the man in disgust and says, "The little bastards." I right at the end, I saw that coming. Good ones. Good one, Duncan. Did you guys get it? Tiger King says 9 out of 10. Eric, love it. You hear that? You got a 9 out of 10, Duncan. That was our closing joke number, guys. Tiger King says we're a cat. That okay then? I think so. It wasn't quite as explicit. Duncan says, knock, knock. Who's there? Mike. Mike who? Waiting to see the conclusion. Mike who? Mike who? Oh. All right. Okay. I had to say that. I had to say that over and over again before I got it, Duncan. That made me laugh. So I like redneck jokes. I don't know any redneck jokes. Going from the kids. That was a good one, Duncan. The truth. Redneck jokes, other jokes. I don't really like jokes at others' expense, even though they can be funny. My personal tastes aren't jokes that are at someone's expense. Steppa says, knock, 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 knock. The bell ain't working. Jeff Foxworthy redneck jokes. Not really a fan of Jeff Foxworthy. Nothing against them. I know it's told in good faith, good spirit. What did Winnie the Pooh say to his new love interest? Show me the honey. Got to think about that one, Tiger King. Have I noticed any upticks in views? Maybe a little bit, Duncan. Maybe a little bit. Me switching over from doing mostly nature shorts has definitely thrown off the algorithms. My my views have gone from averaging from like 100 to 120 k, about 120k to 44.1k. My watch time is up. I'm getting more people for my live streams, but the videos themselves less. I'm doing more long form content, as Toy Pups would always say that is where one, you can say a bunch more in a long form, and you get more residual. It has a chance of being carried over forward. Hey, Daniel, happy Sunday to you. My neighbor downstairs gave me 3 chocolate cupcakes. It has 977 views so far. Awesome. Well done. Of course, Zogi, here's a thank you. Well, thank you, Corey. Shorts video, says Lady Sky. Thank you, Duncan. Duncan says, just got to persist with the Course of Miracles keywords. Your channel has covered lots of subjects in the past, so the algorithms will need to see your consistent subject matter. Gotcha. Oops, sorry guys. 200 subscribers. Awesome. Well done, Corin, and it's well deserved. Hey, Duncan, are you subscribed to Cora? I know that you like. I know that you like birds. I know you like wildlife. I think you would really, really like. Course. Let's get Cora up to 201 before the end of the night. Well done. Cora says, thank you everyone for supporting my channel. You know what? It is absolutely my pleasure to support your channel. As I mentioned before, I don't know if you heard me. It's beautiful. You have a beautiful channel. It says, an Aaron Seeger asked the Zen master for the Marconi frequency. The master said, to find the signal, you must first be the signal. Zen humor. Of course, says, I greatly appreciate that. You're welcome, Corey. Duncan says, I will subscribe for sure. I will be in touch to confirm everything is still okay for Tuesday. Gotcha. Thanks. Guys, again, Duncan Walsh is going to be on Tuesday at 1, all things fitness. This will be a nice little switch from Course of Miracles and yoga and all that stuff. Although, Duncan's got a Zen-like quality to him. If you ever watch him when he's going all out, specifically on his Navy SEAL burpees. You're welcome, Cora. Thank you. This guy says, people like cupcake videos, Yogi? All right. From this point on, I am nothing, just a yogi eating cupcakes in his office. That's going to be my new channel name. Cora, you're welcome. Zipper says, looking forward to Tuesday. Me too. So we got, I believe, Miss Flipper tomorrow. Tuesday with Duncan. Wednesday, Jeff Bailey this afternoon is going to talk about the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and how they tie in with Course in Miracles. We have the Esoteric Lounge. We have who else? Oh, I got the Animal Communicator this Saturday coming up. This guy says, just sub to you, Duncan. Awesome. Duncan says you can title the video "Teaching a Fitness Guy About A Course in Miracles." I think people are going to have a lot of fitness questions for you, Duncan. I'm going to be, I'll be building this up. I'll probably set the live stream relatively early so people will know. Oh, to keep my content consistent. Well, I have all kinds of different guests for my live streams. Of course, as I didn't think my channel would go this far. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, though. You're going to break 1,000 in 2026. This guy says, you're welcome, Duncan. Duncan says, we can still talk fitness, of course. I tell you what, watching you do Navy SEALs, it's definitely watching someone perform a miracle. 150 plus Navy SEALs in 20 minutes, guys. This guy says, me singing any chance this week? Yes, let's fit it in. Let's definitely find a time to fit it in. course, says I appreciate everyone here. We appreciate you too. Duncan says your viewers can get a more complete picture of your fitness background on my podcast. That would be cool. People might have forgotten the burpee days for me. It's been a while since I've live streamed the kettlebell workout. Maybe this week. This guy says, "Okay, Yugi, what day would you like me to sing?" Friday seems to be a good day for us, right? And I don't believe I have a guest on Friday, so let's think about doing something on Friday. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Duncan, I'm looking forward to Tuesday. Tiger King says, "You think you should unblock Sniper 2026?" Eric, stay true. I do. I don't think you should block anyone. Sniper's never the problem. Remember, every trigger takes place in the mind. It doesn't take place outside of the mind. No person ever triggers you. You allow yourself to be triggered. And when I say you, I don't mean you personally, Tiger King. I mean you collectively, all of us. We have our own trigger and we're conveniently looking around to find someone to pull it for us. For you, it was Sniper or someone else. I still have a few myself. I've gotten pretty good at it though. I can see the trigger, but I don't have to have it pulled. Thanks, Duncan. This guy says, "Okay, Friday it's 12 or 4:25." I'll let you know. If we don't have a guest, we'll do it all day. Lady, let's see. DC says she joined. Awesome. It's been a while since we've heard you sing. Of course, says Yogi, do you believe copper has benefits? Yes, I do. Hey, Kathy. It's definitely good for reducing pain. I've used copper knee braces during races, and they've definitely helped. Nice to see you, Kathy. Kathy, I hope everything is well with you. Oh, like copper cookware and jewelry. Copper jewelry, yes. Copper cookware, I don't know about. But the jewelry, yeah. Jewelry can actually help you reduce the pain too. Hey, this guy says, duet song, Yogi. Shall I ever heard it before? I never heard it before. Typer says, keep the copper. Yes, but my team will not lose the Super Bowl, Tiger King. Of course, as I'm wearing a copper ring I made, and it left a green mark on my finger. Yeah, some people can have reaction to it. Of course, there's no pain, but I was curious what your opinion was. I've heard of people's having that happen with copper earrings. Lucy says I have to be careful wearing jewelry. I'm allergic to nickel. It's hard to find nickel-free jewelry. I have watched Back to the Future. I saw that Back to the Future in the movie theater back in the day. Super Bowl is next Sunday. Yep. Sniper says copper bands must be loose. Of course, as I think copper is a beautiful metal. It is. Hey, Tiny K, how are you? Should never be tight on the skin, according to Squirrel Sniper. Kathy says, I wish winter would go away. My arthritis is really bad. Kathy, I'm with you on that. I wish winter was over. Sorry to hear about your arthritis. This has been a bad winter for a lot of people. If you get a chance sometime this week, Kathy, um, give me an update on how everything is for you. Tiger King says that one lady's guy sing Eric because team lost on Sunday. Yes, but we got a week afterwards to practice the song that the other picks. Of course, it's not loose. It would be hard to wear a ring that was loose, though. Says it creates an electromagnetic field. Oh, you can move it around your finger. Of course, says, oh, when it started getting cold, my whole body was aching and hurting. Yeah, I have body parts that definitely react to the cold. A knee, my back, a shoulder. Of course, says it doesn't fall off my finger. Don't worry. Got you. It says, Cord, the full moon will affect you too. It's a cold night, cold light. Got you. Of course, says her arm hurts most. Is this your official song, Lady Sky? I'm not gonna practice. We all know what's gonna happen. It's a duet song. Do I have to sing both? Kathy says I have arthritis in both shoulders, neck, and fingers. Arthritic knee. Of course, says that's a good song. I will listen to it. Lady Sky says, don't be shy to sing a duet song, Yogi. I am always a little shy. Of course, says that's well. Oh, gotcha. Oh, Lady Sky says she'll be singing the song too. If you win, it's a big if. Queen sing better, Eric. Better than who? Lady Sky says you got to build up your confidence. Hey, Toy Pups. Toy Pups was the star of the show yesterday. Were you here for the big face reveal? We're going to stay live for one more minute just so we can say hi to Toy Pups. My cat is really demanding that I go, though. Tiger King says, Toy Pups, you got us. You're so powerful woman. She is. Lady Sky says you take your supplement. Yeah, Yogi, I did. Thank you, Lady Sky. DC says, to Toy Pups, his friend. You're welcome, Toy Pups, always. Lady Sky says, okay, you're welcome, Yogi. One week from today. Toy Pup says, oh, you're so sweet, Tiger King. Hey, Solana. Selena says, it's sad that you live to have your vehicle, your body torture you. And me, I'm fighting gravity. Yeah, I agree, Selena. I mean, overall, for having a high mileage body, for doing a lot of stuff, um, I'm not doing too bad. Practice that song before Friday. Oh, you wanted to sing before the Super Bowl. Kathy says, thank you. Always, Kathy. 202 subscribers for Core. Hey, Toy Pups, are you subscribed to Core Bird? Bad Bunny going to be the best? I don't, I know we've been talking about him. I still haven't heard anything he's done yet. I won't be watching. I'll be asleep when the Super Bowl's on. Stepper says to Kathy, frequent breaks from tech neck position, looking down at the phone and using supportive pillows to maintain the neck's natural curve during sleep can reduce long-term strain. Thank you for that, Sniper. Lady Sky or Toy Pup says, yes, we subbed. Awesome. Thank you. Hey, Coastal. Coastal, I'm getting ready to end the live stream in like a minute. Oh, and everyone's got to be 18 plus to join the live stream. Kathy says Bad Bunny will be singing in Spanish. Really? Is he doing that as a statement? Can't wait for the World Cup. USA can't wait. Pippa says that's the dark halfway ritual. The only bad thing about the Super Bowl. This guy says we will sing before and after the game on Tuesday of next week. Can't do it on Monday next week as I have a doctor's appointment to go all day. Yep, I remember you mentioning that. And Kathy says yes, he is. Well, good for him then. Happy February to you, Coastal. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap things up. Happy birthday! What day is your birthday, Crystal? If you show up on your birthday, we'll sing you happy birthday. We will ring you the special bell and we will sing you happy birthday. Maybe you'll get a break in the clouds, Core. Good night, Cat. I will see you tomorrow. Take care, Kathy. Kathy, thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. All right. February 10th. That's not too far away. 9 days until Crystal's birthday. We will celebrate with you for sure. Guys, I'm going to see everyone tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be day 33, right? For those who are following along, of Course Miracles with us. And I hope some of you are. We're still working on the guest list, but remember, Duncan's going to be on Tuesday. Sniper, let me know what day you're going to be on. You're welcome, Core. Hey, man, what's the matter with my jokes, Tiger King? This guy says, good stream, Yogi. Build up that confidence. I'm working on it, ladies, guy. Always, Core. Core says, bye, everyone, and thank you again for supporting me. We will always support you, my friend. All right. In everything that you do. Love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow.